1, 2, 3, click.
That was weird not doing the countdown. We went backwards.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 rather than 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that just totally blew my mind just now. I'm like, what's happening here?
I'm going to do that now. I'm going to mix it up.
God, no, I need stability in my life. I need constance. Stop changing things, Lauren. Well, hey there, Lauren.
Hey there, Sheila.
Always so lovely to hear that pretty little voice of yours.
Always so lovely to talk to you too.
Notice you didn't say my voice was pretty.
Yeah, it's... Feels a bit awkward now.
Hi!
Your lovely little voice, Sheila. It's a pleasure to hear your lovely, sunny voice.
Yep, there's nothing little about it. Continuing with the double digits, and 11 is here. That means it's almost February, which means the countdown of summer continues. We're getting closer to warm months.
Well, hopefully here in the UK we're getting closer to warm months. Hopefully.
How is it? Now, I was there last year in February, and I tell you what, it wasn't devastatingly cold. It did snow a little bit. We had a little couple sprinkles, but it wasn't devastatingly freezing when I got there.
No, last year we actually had a not too bad year. There's been loads of talk, though, that snow is on its way because we had such a nice year last year. So
Can't have it 2 years in a row, huh?
Whoa, no. You cannot have it 2 years in a row. Why would we have nice weather 2 years in a row? But you never know. You never know. Global warming and all of that. Weather is changing here, although it's currently really dark and dreary.
Dark and dreary and grey. Is it raining too?
Yeah, before the podcast, I was sat with all the lights on because I was like, oh, this is so miserable. I was sat doing some work at my laptop and I was like, this is really miserable. I need to put like all of the lights on just to feel like it's actually morning.
You need to get one of those.
And not time for bed.
What are those lights that feel like daylight? You know, those like daylight lamps or whatever?
Yeah, you can get like daylight bulbs.
No, but there's actually there's a specific kind of light or lamp or whatever that actually feels like daylight, not just the bulbs. For depression.
Oh, yeah, they're like
daylight,
kind of like a sunbed type thing.
Lamps
but they're actually a lamp that you, there is those. But, you know, I haven't got time to sit in front of one of those.
The brightness, zooming, natural light, daylight lamps for depression. I'm telling you, it's
a thing. They do them.
A light box. It's called a light therapy box.
Do you know what though? I bought one of those alarm clock lamps that starts low and it slowly starts to get brighter like the sun and then starts tweeting birds at you. It's just really annoying that a bright light comes on in the morning. There's nothing calm and peaceful about waking up with the sunrise. That light is nothing like the sunrise.
What kind of birds are they, crows?
No, it's like really like I don't even know. I'm gonna have to put it on and get like a clip of it so that you can appreciate the bird noises.
So it's not do 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 do.
Well, it is, but then it's like little chirping and it's just annoying. And it gets louder and louder and louder, and the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and I'm like, jeez. And I just wanted to be woken up peacefully, and it's not.
That's not it.
It's not as peaceful as you think.
We're going to have to find another solution then.
Yep, find me an alternative to make me feel happy.
I think it's time to give some major shout-outs to our incredible sponsor this week, Island Cardiology, representing the nonprofit Keep the Beat Alive, baby. Woo! Our friends at Island Cardiology just love when we brag about Keep the Beat Alive. Keep the Beat Alive is a nonprofit. It's dedicated to eliminating premature cardiac deaths in touring professionals.
I love these guys.
They provide AEDs for all tour buses, venues, and production cases at no cost. Heart attacks are one of the leading causes of death in touring professionals. So they come on out to you at no cost. They train you to possibly save a life at no cost and supply AEDs at no cost yet again. So man, thank you to Dr. Damian Brzezinski and Chris Musgrave for keeping the beat alive.
So if you want more information about the nonprofit or to donate, visit keepthebeatalive.org.
Well, we've been doing pretty good with our life hacks as we get closer to February. So is there any new ones that you have done that are just like making you like super happy?
Now, I haven't done this, Because unfortunately, here we go, here's the violin, the little sad story about me still living in a one-bed flat. I don't have a tumble dryer to dry my clothes.
What do you do? What do you mean? You don't have a dryer?
No, I don't have a dryer. There's no space for a dryer here. We've only just about fit a washing machine in.
You don't have stackables? Like a,
No.
washer, dryer, stack? Well, what do you do to dry your clothes?
Hang them on an airer.
I have never seen you do wash, actually. So you didn't do any laundry while I was there.
No, because once I've put an airer in the bedroom, what do? You either can't sit in the lounge or you can't get in the bedroom. Like, you have to pick your times wisely. Like, it's good to do washing when Callum's on a night shift because I can stand the airer his side of the bed.
Oh, you need a dryer.
You know, because he doesn't need to get into bed.
Yeah, you need a dryer.
It's like real first world problems. This
Yeah.
is why we need a house that's big enough to fit a dryer in.
So what do you got? What do you got?
So apparently, somebody else is going to have to try this who's got a dryer for me because I
I'll
can't
give it a go.
prove or deny this life hack. I just can't. I'm sorry. But I've read it and it sounds quite good. Apparently, you do not need to iron or steam your clothes to get the creases out if you do this. Grab some ice, so get some ice cubes and put them in the dryer along with sort of 1 or 2 pieces of clothing. Now, it only says 1 or 2 pieces, which upsets me a little bit because I just want it all in and I want it all done. But, and it also says it has to be sort of lighter material. So I'm assuming it doesn't work with like real thick clothing. But apparently, if you put the ice cubes in the dryer with the clothes and put it on the hottest setting, the ice melts and turns into steam, therefore gets the wrinkles out.
Man, that's got to be so loud at first. Ba-bam, ba-bam, bam, bam with the ice.
Yeah, maybe. But apparently you only need to put it in the dryer for like 10 minutes then.
All right. So don't have a migraine when you try this, because that's not going to help.
Or if your dryer's in a separate room that you can shut the door.
Yes, please do that. Well, I actually have a life hack that kind of goes along with that.
Oh, okay.
So if, let's just say, your shirt is, it's not too wrinkled, but you have an issue with, say, some men's dress shirts or even your dress shirts and you have a nice collar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after you're done flat ironing your hair, you can literally iron your collars with a flat iron.
Do you know what? I need to admit something right about now.
What?
I've actually ironed clothing with my hair straighteners.
Did it work?
It kind of does. You get a bit paranoid though.
Yeah,
but I've done it where I've been in a hotel and I can't bother to go down to the reception to borrow an iron. So I'll hang the top up, clip my hair straighteners on the bottom and kind of slide it across the bottom if there's a crease.
Yeah.
It gets it out, not amazingly. I probably would need to put the straighteners on a higher setting, but then I'm paranoid that I'm going to burn a hole through it. Oh, and when you're in a hotel, if I've only gone away for 2 nights, I've got limited clothes. So nobody wants to wear the same clothes again.
If it's not going to burn your hair, it's not going to burn your clothing.
I know, but just if you get it slightly wrong, can you imagine? You're going out with like a straightener mark. Somebody will be like, oh man, she's not even got an iron. She's tried to hair straighten that top this morning. Like, epic fail. Nobody wants to be that girl at the conference, you know? Are you ready for a random fact?
Always.
I think you're going to like this one because we were talking the other day about dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, when you have a dream, you can't read in your dream. So I assume if you're sat there reading a book, you can't actually physically read. And also, apparently you can't actually tell the time in your dreams.
Says who?
Someone on the internet.
Then it must be true.
This stuff is true. Apparently, you can't read or tell the time whilst you're dreaming.
I'm going to call BS on that one. I don't know.
Wow.
I am. I can't prove it right now.
Next time you have a dream, tell me.
Yeah. I'm so glad you brought dreaming up, just like you said, because I did talk to you about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 or 11 years, I got to say, now they always say that everyone dreams, but you just don't remember them.
Yep.
There's some people that just don't remember them, but you do dream.
There's another random fact.
Yeah, and I think that is a fact. I've heard that for years from
I've heard that
scientists and articles that you're just reading, with scientific basis there. So I have not remembered dreams in years. I'm talking years and years. And if I do remember a dream, it's so random and it might be once a year.
Okay.
Right. Now, ever since I left the corporate world and the 9 to 5 being employed by someone else, I have remembered my dreams every night. There is not a day that's gone by since I have not woken up and didn't remember what I dreamed.
So random. What have the dreams been like?
Isn't that crazy? none of them are fearful. A lot of them are very adventurous.
Okay.
I know I was with Ellen on one adventure. That was great.
I bet that was cool.
Yeah, I can't really remember. I just know she was there, and it was just, like, really random, and I gave her something. She's like, oh, cool, thanks. I'm like, yeah, no problem, Ellen. You know, like, we're hanging out. We're just friends, you know?
Just like she's my mate.
Yeah, she is. She was my mate in my dream. And then the other one, I think one of my favorite dreams was, like, we're in these old buildings, and they had a tidal wave coming, and I was in the water, and straight up, it was like you're in Atlantis and Nassau, so these huge buildings, and I saw the top of the buildings, like, crumble, and I dove, I'm like, oh, I better get down in the water, because it's coming, right? So I'm, like, swimming down, and all of a sudden, these big pieces of building are, boom, falling into the water, and that pressure with the buildings falling into the water, like, catapult me straight up in the air, and I'm flying in the air. I'm like, wow, that was higher than expected. I mean, this is like how I'm like living this in my dream. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm really getting high up here. What am I going to do about landing? And then conveniently, there was a light pole, but it was kind of like horizontal at the top, so I grabbed it, and the thing started coming down, and then I grabbed that, and then I grabbed the pole, and I slid back down. It was like it was nothing, you know? It was just what I was doing.
It's like you're an action hero.
Yeah, and it was like so adventurous. So I've been having a lot of adventurous dreams. I mean, and it's just...
That's exciting.
They're so vivid, but I haven't had dreams like that since I was like, I don't even know. But there hasn't been a day that's gone by that I didn't remember a dream now.
Okay.
And I'm like, what does this mean? It's just been like absolutely amazing to go to sleep, to dream, and then wake up. And I've never slept so soundly either. Like my sleep has been so good.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not waking up. It's just been amazing.
Amazing. So if anyone out there is like into their dreams, what do these dreams mean?
Man.
We need somebody to like... tell us. Maybe we should get somebody that knows about dreams on the show.
Dream interpretation, I think, is the coolest thing ever.
How cool would that be? You know what? Funnily enough, I had a dream last night. Not as adventurous as yours. My husband came in. I was asleep. My husband came in from a work Christmas party with a work colleague, drunk. Now, Callum doesn't drink, so the fact that he was drunk, you know, that's just... it's only happened a couple of times. And then he's like, get up, get up, get out of bed. I got out of bed. I walked out of the bedroom and he had decorated the whole flat in Christmas decorations. And I mean, full on tacky Christmas decorations. And Christmas is past, but you know what I'm like. Every Christmas decoration has to be matching, coordinated, classy. I'm not a tinsel person, like just no. And there was tinsel and there was stencils stuck on the wall. And I just started going mad at him. And I was like, what have you even done? We've just sold the flat. You've stuck it on the wall with sellotape. Like... I was like, if this marks the wall, and I was literally going crazy in my dream. I started trying to take the decorations down, and it was pulling off the paint, and I was like, you're going to have to repaint the wall. And then there was a wall with wallpaper, which if you've got a wall that's wallpapered and I've put a picture up on it, you put one hole for that picture frame. You don't then move the pictures because it's wallpapered. And I can't even bear a hole behind the frame. I know you can't see it, but I have to fill it, repaint it. There's a hole, but I have to deal with it, even if you can't see it. And I got to the wall that was wallpapered, and he'd like tacked loads of hooks in it and hung pictures up. And I was like, you need to get your dad round here. You need to re-wallpaper that wall. What do you not understand? We've sold this flat. This is horrendous. And I just started going a little bit crazy at him. And then I remember him just being like, it's all right. Calm down. We'll deal with it. And then I woke up.
See, that's the epitome of your life. You just literally like exaggerated your life, like in a dream. That's your state right now.
In a dream, yeah.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty much your state right now.
That is literally my state right now. Yes. Everything's been going a little bit wrong. So 2019 has not been a good start, and it just reflected in my dream. So basically, you're out there saving the world in your dreams, and I am freaking out over mess.
Pretty much.
Great. Good times.
All right, Lauren, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tipping in restaurants, rant or rave?
I think I'm going to have a little rave about this.
Okay.
I can appreciate that if somebody does well in a restaurant, I'm happy to tip them. I'm happy to leave a little something. But majority of the time, service is not that good. In which case, I'm not leaving anything. I would literally happily, if I've had bad service, I would walk out of a restaurant and just not tip at all. No. If I've not received the service, no way.
And this is you raving? I'd hate to see what you do about ranting.
No, I'm ranting about it.
Oh, you said you raved.
No, I'll rave sometimes if I've had good service, but I'm a ranter about it. Because I just feel like it's like everyone expects you to leave a tip. And I'm not leaving a tip if I've had a rubbish service. And the most annoying thing for me is when they automatically put it on a receipt.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Don't assume I'm going to tip you.
Yeah, the only time they do that here is when you have a group. They don't do it otherwise.
It's mainly with a group over here, but some restaurants you will go into and they do it. And actually, I went to one with my friends and the service was awful. And we actually complained and said, you need to take the tip off. And the woman was like, I can't do that. Yes, you can, love, because I'm not paying it. So she then had to go and speak to her manager to try and remove the tip off the receipt because she didn't know how to do it. And you could just tell she was purely gutted that we were complaining. And I was like, I'm just not doing it. No way. And it's like customary over here is to leave around 10 to 15%.
Ooh, that is low.
Yeah, but I don't think that is. If people are getting minimum wage, they're not earning bad money.
We don't get minimum wage here. We get $2.13 an hour.
See, that's the difference.
Now, some people do get minimum wage and then they have like little tip jars. But when you're a server, you're making $2.13 an hour.
Yeah, see, that's different. Ours aren't. Ours are earning okay money.
Now, what is your minimum wage there? That's the other question.
I think for like over 25, I think it's £8.20-ish.
Okay, hold on.
And then I think we do...
I don't know what that is in US dollars.
It's over $10.
Oh, so like $10 an hour?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's fair. And then if they're younger, so if they're under 18, it's like nearer sort of, I don't know, around about £4.50, I think. And then the next age bracket up is just over £6, and the next age bracket up is like $7.70 or something. So it goes up in age brackets for us. But I still don't think that's bad. Like, if you're earning over $10, no, not unless you give me exceptional service and you actually care about me and you actually want me to have a nice experience. I'm not leaving it. I'm just not leaving it. You're there to provide a service, and if you're miserable to me, forget it. Forget it. I want somebody that cares and wants to help me and wants to check, does your food taste nice? Wants to ask, would you like another drink? Don't just give me my food and leave me. I get really angry about tipping in restaurants. Really angry. I have to have a good service. And the worst thing is when you go out with other people and they go to leave a massive tip and I'm like, what are you even doing? Did you just receive the same service that I received? Because I'm leaving £2. Literally, I'm leaving £2, and that's me being generous, leaving them £2.
Yeah. See, over here, our minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. So it's still low.
That's not great.
No, and then our servers still make $2.13 an hour. So when we tip, when we go out, most of the time, and I mean like 90% of the time, we will leave a 20% tip all the time.
Yeah, I think that's what I've done when I've been over there because we don't want to be the rude Brits, you know, that are just...
Do you remember what was up with you guys? And we're not going to mention the restaurant, but we went to the restaurant. You know what I'm talking about when you were here for your wedding.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know which restaurant you're talking about too.
You need to tell that story.
It just really annoyed me. So basically, we'd all gone out for dinner and the soft drinks were refillable, okay? So I've ordered a soft drink. We then all decided that, yes, you know, we're all going to come together, sit on one table to have dinner. So the guy went, brilliant, I'll close your bill off. I'll start you another bill on another table. He then charged me for another Diet Coke. No, mate. Just because I've moved tables doesn't mean you charge me for it again. And he looked like really confused at me. I was like, no way, because I've done you a favour by closing the bill off to make it easier for you to start another bill. And now you're charging me for another soft drink when actually the one I've just paid for is refillable.
Yeah,
no.
I know, because you guys don't get refillable drinks, so that's a really big deal that you guys get that here.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe it. And he was literally, you were there, he was like, sorry, what? I was like, mate, are you for real? I'm not paying you again. I'd tried to help him out. It just goes to show, being a nice person, I should have said, no, confuse yourself, mate. Leave the bill open.
Yeah, and
now see what you're going to do.
Didn't he remind you about tipping too or something like that because you were British?
Yes. He's then like, oh, how does it work with tipping in the UK? And we were like, well, this is how it works. And if people are good, we give them like 10%. Oh, really? Over here, yeah, people get paid less. So people tend to tip slightly more. I was like, you are not getting a tip because I feel like you've just tried to reiterate to me what I should be leaving you as a tip. And I actually think on that occasion I left him about $2. And even then I didn't want to. But I just, out of spite, left about $2 because I thought, you have just tried to push me to leave you a tip. You have got no chance. Your service is appalling.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not what he said. It was the way he said it, too. Like, oh, you're British. Yeah. Let me tell you this. This is how you need to tip.
This is how it works over here. It doesn't, mate. It works how I want it to work. You serve me. I've come into your restaurant. You serve me. And if you're polite to me and you fulfill my needs, you'll get a 20% tip. If you're rude to me, you speak to me how you've spoken to me and look at me like you're confused and trying to con me.
Yeah.
No. So watch out if I come to your restaurant when I come to Wilmington. That makes me sound like a horrible person. I'm not a horrible person. It just annoyed me. If I receive the service, I appreciate it's 20% out there and I will always leave that if I've had excellent service. And to be fair, that's the only place that I've ever had that. Everyone has always been lovely in Wilmington. I've never not tipped 20%. I've always done it.
Yeah, that was like the first time that you went, what is this? Who is this waiter?
It was my 5th visit to Wilmington as well. So I was like, and I'd never been to this place before, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd been there, been coming there for like 5 years.
And the last time.
And I will never go back. Like,
Yep.
It was just done the wrong way, unfortunately, for me.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of a ranter when it comes to tipping, but I will rave if I receive the service I expect.
Yeah. Now, look, if I get really bad service, I'm still going to leave 10%. It's either I tip 20 or I tip 10. You really have to do a really bad job to get 10% out of me because I used to waitress. You know what I mean? And I know what it's like to earn absolutely nothing in your paycheck and you're counting on tips. But that being said, I am so aware of how customer service should be because I was in public service dealing with the public pretty much my whole adult life. I've always been about the public and how you treat the public, how you treat people. You are greeting them. You are representing a business. You are, you know what I mean? You are the face of this company or this business. So I know how to do excellent customer service. So when I see someone lazy about it, it does get under my skin. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me right now?
You'd still give him 10%.
I would, because that's an insult here in the U.S. It's also like, dude, 10%, I must have done a bad job.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's not doing them really much of a favor.
Okay.
You know? So and if you cannot do a good job in customer service, you're not going to do a good job anyway.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And I am all about putting on the smiling face and representing to 100%.
Yep.
You know?
Agreed.
I think this is a whole new section. I think we blew past rant or rave and we just... Just talking about tipping.
Well, I was kind of just ranting, but although I was ranting, I've worked in customer service roles and I was that person. I wanted everyone to leave with a positive experience.
Yes, exactly. You take it seriously, I know.
Yeah, and I get angry if other people don't because I just think, at the end of the day, I chose to come here. I chose to spend my money here and actually you've ruined it for me.
Exactly.
So I'll be aware though when I come to the States, if I don't like their service, I'll tip 10% because there's a lot of people in America listening and I don't want to come across as like the evil British woman. But that guy deserved $2.
All right, Lauren.
What's it time for?
It's time to step inside
the confessional.
It's your favorite time of the podcast.
I know, I always get really stuck with it though, and then I realize that I have to admit something.
Well, no, you brought something up which I think is perfect for the confessional.
Yep, hopefully. People are going to judge me again though. I'm so judged in America, aren't I? This is what's happening.
Best desserts in a restaurant ever.
I've literally been into a restaurant and just ordered dessert and totally skipped the main meal.
Ooh, you wild and crazy girl.
I'm like, you know what? I can skip this. I can just put the calories in dessert. Forget the main meal.
That's the extent of Lauren's crazy, crazy life.
That's as rock and roll as it gets, Sheila.
Yeah, there it is. Woo!
Is there something you order every time you go to a restaurant?
Oh, there is the mango and sticky rice. It is absolutely my favorite dessert on the planet.
Dessert?
Mm-hmm.
It's rice.
No! Mango and sticky rice. Not just rice.
That's your guilty pleasure.
Oh my God, it's crack. Okay, so...
It's dessert, though. I'm so baffled.
Yes.
I'm thinking rice, like rice that you'd put with your chili.
No. Not when you add the toasted sesame seeds and coconut milk with sugar.
Okay.
They make this like creamy, warm sauce that you have like a thing of sticky rice that's in a little, it's like in a little circle. Mm-hmm. And they have drowned in that warm sauce, and you have slices of mango. Oh my God. I literally want to lick the plate. It takes everything I have not to pick up the plate and drink the rest of it off of the plate, then lick it clean.
Doesn't even sound nice, to be honest. But I need to back up. Is it like rice pudding?
No.
Or is it like literally rice that you would have with your dinner?
Yes, but that being said, you ever had like warm milk with rice and sugar?
Not like just... No.
It's almost like a cereal. It's amazing. My dad was really poor growing up. And two of the things that he used to have was couscous, mm-hmm. and then he would have the rice and with the warm milk with a little sugar on it. And you don't drown it like cereal, so you put just enough milk in there where it becomes like this sweet dish, and it's just very filling. Okay. So when the kids, he'd go off to school, he'd have rice, sugar, and milk. And you heat that milk up just right. It's almost like a rice pudding, because rice pudding is actually one of my favorite desserts.
Yeah, I like rice pudding.
Yes. Mango and sticky rice, though. Thai Spice makes the best. I love that restaurant so much. It's like my favorite Wilmington Thai restaurant is Thai Spice, like hands down. And it is really mango and sticky rice, the best dessert on the planet.
Okay, I'm going to have to trust you on that one. I am not.
Do you like mangoes?
I do like mangoes, but not with rice that I'd have with my dinner. That's the bit that's getting me.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. So if you like rice pudding and you like mangoes, bucket list for May, we're going to Thai Spice.
Okay, I'll try it out when we come in May and probably be
we'll
like,
love it. Yeah.
What is this?
No, I'm telling you, it's to die for. What's your favorite dessert? What's yours?
Well,
chocolate.
Probably, yeah. My food guilty pleasure in that respect is probably like a hot chocolate fudge cake. When they like warm it up and all the chocolate sauce is running, and then they put a dollop of cold ice cream with it.
Yes.
So it's like the hot and the cold combination, and and this is the moment where I admit I have been known to go to a restaurant, think I'm having dinner, and just go for dessert and not have dinner at all. Go straight for dessert. Not like dessert first and then the main meal, because that's just weird. You can't have burger and chips after you've had chocolate. That's not right. I've just been known to skip the burger and chips and go straight for the dessert.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that happens. So, Sheila, let's end the show with you telling me something good.
Oh.
What have you got?
Well, I got something out of South America, and this is indeed very good, very sweet, and very aw. It's one of those.
I love these ones.
Yeah. Okay, so there's an aquarium in Bolivia. We're talking about not just down the street in Brunswick County. We're talking about South America, okay? And they've been taking care of a very rare frog for the past 10 years. And the frog's name is Romeo. You can already see where this is going.
I can see where this is going, and I like it.
They thought that he might be the very last of his species. So I'm going to try to pronounce this. It's a water frog. It's a Sewencus water frog. And you can imagine with all the rainforests that they have in South America and all the wild species they have, there's just so many of them. But no one has seen another one of these frogs in the wild in over a decade. So he's been alone in captivity the whole time. And I know he's only got like another 5 years to live tops.
Poor Romeo.
Exactly. Where art thou, Romeo? But the good news is researchers just announced that Romeo now has a girlfriend.
Ah!
Researchers were able to find 5 more of the frogs in a Bolivian cloud forest. It's like a rainforest, and 2 of them are female.
Brilliant.
Now they're planning to introduce Romeo to one of them, and which, of course, they named
Juliet.
Indeed. They say Romeo is kind of shy, he's a little lazy, and Juliet is actually pretty energetic, so hopefully opposites attract, and they'll make beautiful tadpoles together.
That is cute. And hey, you can't judge him for being lazy. The poor guy's been on his own for 10 years. He's like, I've got no women to impress. Whatever.
He's got no game.
He's got to up his game now. That's what's happening.
From no game to, boy, you better get some game.
Yeah.
Your species depends on it.
No pressure, Romeo. No pressure.
Well, that just about does it, baby girl. We've done it again.
Episode 11 in the bag.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, girl. Until next week, next week. You know what next week is.
Oh. Is next week what I think it is?
I'm leaving you next week, girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's move on. Whatevs.
You be happy for me.
Yeah, here we go. Lauren and Sheila Show, episode 12. Bye, Lauren. I'm off on holiday.
It's a world of
Really? While I'm like, I can't find a house and I've got nowhere to live and I've got to move in with my mom and dad.
Lauren.
Yes.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams will come true.
Well, I'm going to go wish upon a star. You go get your suitcase packed for next week.
Love you, mean it. Bye.
Love you too. Really mean it. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Lauren and Sheila Show. A new episode every Monday. Thank you to this week's sponsor, Keep the Beat Alive, an awesome nonprofit dedicated to eliminating premature cardiac death in touring professionals. To get more details or to donate, visit keepthebeatalive.org. Music was licensed by Bensound. Find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and Google Play Music, and at laurenandsheilashow.com. Today's Tell Me Something Good story is from the Good News Network. Want to talk to us? Find us on Facebook at The Lauren and Sheila Show, on Twitter and Instagram at Lauren and Sheila. Leave all good comments on any of our social media platforms. All negative and hateful comments, you can send them right to hell. Want to become a new and improved amazing person? Sponsor our podcast. Email us at laurenandsheilashow@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in as we ponder across the pond with The Lauren and Sheila Show.